Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Dwayne with How to Build Credit TV, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about American Express. This live stream is going to be mostly about American Express. As a matter of fact, I'm going to talk about why I think American Express might actually be better than Chase. So that's what we're talking about in this particular live stream. If you're watching this back on the replay, let me know in the comments section below what you think is a better card. Not a better card, but if you think American Express is better than Chase. That's not what the live stream is about, but I will be talking about that. So if you're joining the live stream, let me know from where you're watching. And I'm doing the live stream from Houston. And so this is normally the time that we do a live stream, Mondays at 7 p.m. I'm running insanely behind today. It is currently 7:33 on this wonderful Monday evening, April the 8th. So if you're watching the live stream, let me know, say hello to me, please, so that I can greet you back, and let me know from where you're watching. Hey, Sammy, how you doing, sir? Ace1 from Detroit, thank you for joining the live stream. Jose, thanks for joining the live stream. The Coin Alley, Wade, thanks for joining the live stream from Vegas. Cool. Sammy from Connecticut. Okay, yeah, I was just out there. David Walker, what's going on, sir? Gary, dude, I got so many of your authorized users card in the mail today for you, Gary. I think I got 3 in the mail. I got a lot of mail recently, which is another reason why I was running late, is because I wanted to check the mail because I knew I had a lot of authorized users from American Express. As a matter of fact, all of these envelopes here, all of these, you see American Express there at the top, American Express. I mean, they're all American Express. Actually, I think these are like the old envelopes here, these first 2 or these first 3. And then all of them, as you can see, has the American Express situation going on. So these are all authorized users, people that are currently on my Patreon account that are interested in getting their credit score a little higher because, of course, it helps to have a lower utilization, credit utilization. So these are all authorized users, man. I think I have like 13 here. I think it is. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's a lot. So let me go ahead and see who's in the chat here and say hi to everybody. Thanks for joining the live stream, guys. I appreciate you guys. I had a really awesome trip. Last week was insanely incredible. I spent a lot of time with the family, and today back to reality, back to work. And boy, it was so much fun being back at work. Not really. Okay, so Nina, hey, from Dallas, Texas, thanks for joining the live stream. Cliff, thank you for joining the live stream, sir, from Los Angeles. Keith, what's going on, sir? Whitey, thank you for joining the live stream in ATL, she says. Fat Rat Dwayne, that's funny. I'm not sure what that fat rat's about, but I definitely ate a whole lot. As a matter of fact, I landed in New York last Saturday and went to Connecticut. My brother lives in Connecticut, but I was back and forth between Connecticut and New York. And we ate out every single day except for Wednesday. That's the only day we cooked. So I guess we had a good time. Cool. Paulette, thank you for joining the live stream from Baltimore. Far4, thank you for joining the live stream. Alberto, thank you for joining the live stream, sir. Ivan from LA, thank you for joining the live stream. Black Card Billionaire in NYC. Dude, I was in your neck of the woods last week. Drove around in Brooklyn, drove around in the Bronx, drove around in Queens. Brooklyn is a trip as far as driving is concerned. Yeah, I prefer my little Houston driving all day long. It's a lot less stressful. Jose from California. Sean, what's going on, sir? Thanks for joining the live stream. Miss Gatlin, thank you for joining the live stream, ma'am. Cool. Justin, hey, what's going on, bro? Thanks for joining the live stream. Let's see here. Anthony L. Dude, I got some more. I think I got an authorized. I think I got one of the cards here. Out of all these cards here is yours as far as the authorized users is concerned. Michael, thanks for joining the live stream. Carlos Simpkins, thank you for joining the live stream, and thanks for joining Patreon yesterday. I think it was yesterday. David, thanks for joining the live stream. Ace1 says, Navy Federal Amex, what's your thoughts? I think it's good. I actually don't know a whole lot about it, to be honest with you. But in general, Navy Federal Credit Union is obviously really, really good. And I am a huge fan of American Express. I'm going to be talking about that this evening. So I think that's a good combo. Aisha, thanks for joining. Watching from Minnesota. Cool. Thank you. David's from California. Far4 says, have you how can I sign up to be an authorized user? You can sign up to be an authorized user by going to my Patreon page. I'll put a link in the chat right now. That is not it. That was a lot more than the link. I will put a link in the chat right now. I have it in one of my notepads here. Let me bring it up. And you can just basically click on that and go directly to my Patreon page and sign up at the $30 tier. And that's how you can be added as an authorized user. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but I actually bought a webcam because I was like, man, I got to make these live streams look better. So I went ahead and bought a webcam. I hope that it looks better. Let me know what you think. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up or say something in the comment section. Cool. Let's see here. Ebony from Atlanta. Thank you for watching, ma'am. David, no, dude, we definitely went to Texas Roadhouse. We went to Texas Roadhouse in, where was it? It was like, I think it was like New Haven, I think, in Connecticut. It was like somewhere in between there. I think it was heading towards New Haven if it wasn't in New Haven, but it was there. Albert's from New York. Hello, I like American Express because they don't have the 524 rule. Exactly. I also have 5 cards with American Express, and they are always helpful. Agreed, which is another thing that I will touch on this evening in regards to American Express. American Express's customer service, I think, is hands down like amazing. And another thing that I like about them a lot is the fact that you're able to get a hold of them pretty quickly. So I like that a lot. Dev Dolphy, I hope I said that right, from California. Thanks for watching. Jimmy, thanks for watching. I did get one of these cards here is one of these your authorized user card, Jimmy. So thanks for watching. Naomi, thanks for watching. Eli, I think I said that right. Thanks for watching, sir. Blue Cash is what I want, Dwayne. I see you, David. Looks a lot sharper. Cool. I appreciate that, man. I definitely, like I said, wanted to upgrade the live stream. I was doing the live stream from my laptop, and it was like, you know, and so I've been watching a lot of other people's live stream on YouTube, of course, and I'm like, dude, what camera is that? And everyone's like, most of the people were like, oh, it's the Logitech C920, I think is what the camera is. So I went ahead on Amazon and decided to invest back into the channel and went ahead and upgraded the webcam. So thanks for noticing that. Cool. Let's see here. Okay. David says, Dana, I hope I said your name right. Dana, thanks for watching from Atlanta. Appreciate you a lot. David says, hey, Dwayne, any info on when the cards I'm an authorized user will post? I believe it is on the American Express and Visa. Gracias. David, in regards to that, honestly, I would say you should be able to get, it should post within a month. But there has been a couple of times where it hasn't. For some reason, my cousin, I added him as an authorized user, and it hadn't posted like a month and a half, which was like really random. And then I added him on my Chase account, and it posted like within a couple of weeks. Now, more than likely, what's supposed to happen is they're supposed to report, you know, after my billing statement is closed, which I think is on the 20th for my American Express Blue Cash Everyday card. And for whatever reason, you know, I think maybe a month and a half would be hopefully the latest, but you should be getting, you know, updated here pretty soon. Hopefully, let's see what happens. Michael says, why did my credit score drop once I paid off my self-lender loan? Great question, Michael. I'm not quite sure. Maybe in some weird way, it had to do with maybe the fact that you don't have that particular payment anymore, or that revolving credit. Well, even though it's not really revolving credit, but I'm not sure. I wouldn't really sweat it too much. I think that the score should go back up for sure in the next couple of months, definitely within the next 6 months. So not sure about that. Brian, thanks for watching the live stream. I appreciate you, sir. You said I've been watching your vids since last November. Wow, Brian, that's crazy because my videos from last November was, they're really rough in comparison to what they are now. But I appreciate that. I've got a lot of your vids. I'm rebuilding, and Saturday I hit 680. I've got 2 Capital One and the Discover Secured and a Sprint Visa with a LI. Not sure what LI means, but cool. Okay, so David says, so authorized users, they're all using your balance on your card. The thing about the authorized user is that credit card, the Amex Blue Cash Everyday card, is a card that I'm not going to be using a lot because it would be kind of, you know, not to your benefit if I had a lot of utilization on that particular card. So the limit is $6,000, and hopefully in the future, for sure, I'm definitely going to ask for a credit limit increase coming up soon here. Hopefully, we'll see what happens with that. But I try not to use that card a lot because that card, like I said, I want it to be beneficial to the people that are authorized users. And more importantly, being an authorized user on that card helps you build a relationship with American Express. Cool. Okay, Ms. Gatlin says it takes about 30 to 60 days as far as showing up on your credit score, as far as the authorized user popping up on your score. So, of course, there are different, there's different time frame for everyone, which is kind of weird. David, in regards to what the age of the Amex card is, the age is kind of irrelevant because American Express starts you from when you start your relationship with them. So you're not going to get credit for my account being several months old. You're going to basically, it's going to look like you have a brand new account with a $6,000 credit limit. And of course, the $6,000 credit limit will help your overall utilization. So that's the answer to that question. Unfortunately, they don't give you credit for my history, so to say. Damien, thanks for joining the live stream. It says, hey, what credit score is ideal to get an unsecured Discover card? In regards to that, Damien, I would say anywhere from 680 and above. I don't remember off the top of my head if Discover card has a pre-approval site. I'm pretty sure they do, though. You can go to the website and kind of see if you get pre-approved. And then that way you would know, instead of just applying in the dark, if you're going to get approved or not. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but definitely want to try that. Derek Williams, thanks for joining the live stream. Derek says 650 for Discover. That's Derek's advice. I always kind of give a range on the higher side because I'd like for people to get approved. So I hate to tell you, you need this score. And then, of course, what your score is part of the equation. Of course, what your current inquiries are can influence, and of course, your past relationships, if you have derogatory marks, and so on and so forth. So there's that. Hey, Brian, thanks for sharing that. Brian said he got his secured card with a 650. So that's kind of cool to know. Eric, thank you for joining the live stream, sir. Can you ask for a credit increase if you have a balance? You can ask for a credit limit increase anytime, Eric. And as a matter of fact, they're going to tell you that. They're going to say, oh, you can ask for it anytime. To be honest with you, I think credit cards like giving credit limit increases to people that are habitual spenders or consistently have a balance and are always paying like the minimum payment and or always paying interest. So I think they're really good about doing that. They'll be like, oh, this guy needs a credit limit increase because, clearly we're going to make more money from him if we give him more credit because they're going to spend more. But I think you can ask for a credit limit increase anytime. What you do want to ask, Eric, is if the credit limit increase is going to be a hard inquiry, is it going to be a hard pull on your credit report or a soft pull? And so if it's going to be a hard pull, then you really want to consider, like, do I really want to get this hard inquiry for a credit limit increase, or would I like to apply for a brand new credit card that would have, maybe a decent sign-up bonus? So those are things to consider for sure. Cool. Let's see here. Far4 says Discover has a pre-approved option. Thank you for answering that question, or thank you for clearing that up. I appreciate that. YD says, I did the Experian boost on this past Saturday by adding a utility bill and cell phone bill, and my score went up to 690, from 695 to 708. Thank you for sharing that, YD. That is really awesome, and congratulations for your score going up. I know I get excited when my score goes up, so that's pretty dope. Alberto says, I got the Discover Secure credit card with 510. Wow, that is crazy and awesome for you. Good stuff, man. Thanks for sharing that. What's going on, Brian? I see you you killing it on the subs, bro. Good stuff on your channel, man. Congratulations for getting a whole bunch of subscribers. David says, Dwayne, any insight on business credit? I actually just applied for my first business credit, which was the Blue Business Card, or Blue Business, whatever, from American Express. And that's another thing that I like about American Express is once you're in, you're in. Like, you really, once you get approved for one American Express card, like, you're pretty much able to get any card you want. As a matter of fact, it may be even more beneficial for you to apply for a charge card first. And of course, you got to be really, picky about which card you apply for. In other words, do your research. You don't just want to apply for any card. So that's kind of my thing with American Express, to be honest with you. So in regards to insight on business, David, I'm not insanely experience as far as that is concerned. I just started my journey with business credit because I want to make sure that I'm able to get sign-up bonuses both for my personal credit as well as business. So I kind of want to double dip. There's a lot of awesome sign-up bonuses out there that I am going to take advantage of in the future. So sorry I can't help you as much as I want to, but I did do a video talking about the blue business card from American Express. And I honestly, in that video, when I filled out the information, when I applied for the card, I think there were a couple of questions that they asked. One of the questions was, I think it was like annual revenue for the business, and I put something like insanely low. It was like $5,000 bucks. And then it asked the question in regards to monthly spend, like your estimate. And I think I put $1,500, which clearly both of those things are insanely low. But I did get approved for the card, and it was a $2,000 limit. But like I said, I think once you're in with American Express, it is all good, and you're pretty much able to get just about any card that you want. Let's see if I can read some more comments here, and then I'll kind of move to what I wanted to talk about in regards to American Express. I definitely want to, give you guys some information about American Express. I'm really passionate about American Express because currently I'm way over the 524 rule, right, in regards to Chase. So I basically can't get any Chase cards, and I'm kind of curious. Let me know in the comments, and let me know if you're watching this back on the replay. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think it's easier to get American Express credit cards or charge cards, or do you think it's easier to get Chase cards? Let me know in the live chat, as well as in the description or the comment section below the video if you're watching the replay back. Cool. Let's see here. Aisha said, okay. Aisha said, okay, I already read that, I think. No, she said, I did the experience boost and it didn't raise my score at all. I'm still at 710. Boo. I hear you. That's funny. You're like, boo. 710 is not bad though. A lot of people wish they were at 710. So good stuff on being there. Luis, thank you for joining the live stream, sir. It says, hey, Dwayne, I've watched your videos about Discover It card, and I recently got approved for a student Discover It card. Congratulations, sir. And please, please, please take care of that credit, bro. If you keep that card from now till you're my age, which is going to be 41 in June, you be in a great position. You might even have an 800 credit score by then for sure if you take care of that card. Don't abuse it, man. Good job and congratulations on getting that card. Thanks for sharing that in the live stream. I appreciate you. Derek asked, do business credit cards report to your personal credit? No, they do not. It's kind of weird. They're definitely two separate things. But in order to get the business credit or to get the business credit card, they do use your personal credit score initially when you're getting started. Julian, hey, thanks for watching the live stream, bro. Pimp, what's going on, everyone? Sorry I'm late. No worries, man. We haven't really started yet, to be honest with you. Carl, thank you for joining the live streams. You said January 2019, got the secured, Discover It. March, applied for the Capital One unsecured and got it. Score went up. Score up to 637 from 543. Thank you for sharing that, Carl, and congratulations on that, man. That's good stuff. Believe it or not, secured credit cards, a lot of people kind of, I don't know, they think secured credit cards is just for people that have bad credit scores, and it's really not, because when I applied for my secured cards, the Discover It and the Capital One, not the Capital One, the Citibank, my credit score was okay. It wasn't like bad, but it was, I think, probably above 650 or maybe like 648. And it actually helped my score quite a bit. So good stuff, Carl. And thanks for sharing that information. What's going on, Credit Card Maestro? Thanks for joining the live stream, sir. I appreciate you. Hadn't seen you in a while. And thanks for joining the live stream. David says, after being an authorized user for the first time with Amex through you, how far down the road, or how far down the road, would you suggest someone attain one of their own? Thanks for all your info. David, in all reality, if I'm being 100% honest with you, basically, if you're able to go to the Amex site and see if you're pre-approved and you are pre-approved for one of those offers, I think you stand a pretty good chance of getting it. If I were you, however, I'd probably wait like maybe 6 months and then kind of pursue it, to be honest. But we can see as we go, and definitely like ask questions like you're doing. That'll help a lot. Nina says, definitely easier to get Amex. Thank you for voting, Nina. I appreciate that. Cool. Credit Card Maestro says easier to get Amex for sure. I agree with you, sir. Derek Williams says, if you go into the branch, they will approve over the 524 rule. Now, I've heard that. I've seen that several times, actually, but not sure that I'm willing to test that out. I really can't at this moment because I have a lot of credit card inquiries anyway, so I need to chill. I won't be doing anything for sure. Cool. Let's see. Let me scroll down. First of all, hey, thanks for the super chat, the Coin Alley. I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate that a lot, man. Thank you, sir, for that 99-cent super chat. I appreciate you. FYI, if you're a YouTube Premium member, you are getting 2 free super chat to give out to any random YouTuber until 5/31. Cool. So if you're on mobile and want to support Dwayne, go at it. Cool. Thanks for saying that, and that's really cool. I didn't know that. That's pretty dope, man. And you're a premium YouTube member. I see how it is, man. You're big money, huh? Good stuff. I appreciate you, sir. Thanks for giving that super chat. Let's see here. YD, thank you for the super chat, the $1 super chat. I appreciate you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Every little bit helps and supports the channel for sure. David says, discover 1750 limit, Dwayne, and I got my check and the letter in the mail. Good stuff. So you got your refund back. Good stuff, David, and thank you for sharing that. A pimp says, I just signed up for Self Lender and finally got the Capital One secure card. Let's take care of this credit. Screw Credit One. Absolutely, man. You'd be surprised how far you're going to get within a year of just maintaining those two things, your Self Lender as well as your Capital One secured card. Even though they don't promote people anymore, which is pretty stupid. But hey, good stuff and congratulations on that. YD says, yeah, I was skeptical about linking my bank, but it worked. I guess you're talking about the applying in store or in the branch for a Chase account. I might have to do that one day. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. Hey, Janelle, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, ma'am, and thanks for watching the live stream. Mr. Robot, 3000, thank you for joining the live stream. Hey, man, I got a credit card increase from Amex. Should I wait to apply for the gold card or should I go for it now? I think you can go for it now. If you already have a credit card with American Express, you're good. And they don't really do another hard inquiry. Like they actually do a soft pull in regards to your applications. And if you're interested in going for any cards with American Express, dude, I would really appreciate it if you use the links below this video because it helps support the channel and actually you get a better sign-up bonus or sign-up offer than you will at the American Express website. So if you're interested in that, dude, that would be great. And let me know what happens. Let me know if you get approved for that card. Cool. Eric says, okay, Eric retracted that. Eric's Eli says American Express is easier. Thank you for voting, sir. Appreciate you. Albert says, let's see, Derek said, check the FICO forum on 524. Plenty of results from that. Okay, cool. Good stuff. And thanks for sharing that, Derek. Albert says, with 5 cards with Amex, I am able to move 2 credit limits around to use on other cards. Yeah, I did that same thing when I got my Marriott Bonvoy card. It was a $2,000 limit at first, and I knew that I needed to spend like $3,000 to get the sign-up bonus, and I had a huge purchase. Actually, a friend had a huge purchase, and they helped me a lot, and it was almost like $3,000. So I went ahead and moved $1,000 from my Blue Cash Everyday card, which used to be $7,000, and I moved $1,000 to the Marriott Bonvoy card. So that is definitely true. Thank you for sharing that. All right, you said I got started with the green card first, and I was able to get the other 4 regular credit cards. Have one opens up to other. Have one. Okay, I'm making sure I read that right. Hey, thanks for sharing that, Albert. David says, thank you for your honesty and very happy to be a part of Patreon. Very worth it. Strongly suggest to all. David, thank you very much for the free marketing that you did there in regards to my Patreon. I appreciate that, man. I definitely want people to be happy on the Patreon. And if I haven't spoken to you on the phone and you want to connect with me, please make sure that you message me on Patreon. I'll do my best to get in touch with you in case we need to talk about anything pertaining to your credit. So, David, thanks again for that plug, and I appreciate you, bro. Angel, thanks for joining the live stream. I'm pretty sure I got one of these envelopes here. Has your name on it, Angel. These are the authorized users for American Express that I got in the mail. There's 13 of them in here. And then these over here are currently the cards that I already have. I think there's like 17 in here. So a lot of people signing up for the Patreon. So that's pretty cool. All right, cool. Let me see here. Let's see. All right, this is T. Harlan, or is it Tharlan? Thanks for joining the live stream. I am an authorized user for Amex, and the person that added me has been with American Express for 1 year, 6 months. Can I get my own Amex card easily? It's possible. What I would do is just go to the website and fill out the information to see if you're pre-qualified for any American Express cards that they offer. And if you are, then I would suggest that you would apply. And if you do apply, hey, use the link below the video, the referral link. It helps our channel quite a bit. Cool. Thanks for asking that question. Hey, Janae, thanks for joining the live stream. How do I get off inquiries? How do I get inquiries off? Well, you could wait 2 years and they'd fall off automatically, or you could, I guess, like submit letters to the credit bureaus. I'm not 100% sure on all of that. I don't do any of that, but there are a lot of people on YouTube that offer that service, and there are also people that you can go to their website and they'll, you can pay like maybe $50 and get like whatever the letters are that people send to fight any kind of discrepancy or discrepancies on their credit report, and that may get some off. Otherwise, you can just wait. It may take up to 2 years to get it off. That's kind of what I've experienced personally. Self-lender is a CD secured installment loan. You get your money back at the end of the term. Thank you for sharing that, Derek. David says, Dwayne, Vantage Score or FICO score, which one is better? I think the one that is used the most is the FICO score. That's the one that's used the most. That's the one that most lenders, decide to check when they're trying to decide if they want to give you credit or anything of that sort. So I would go with the FICO score for sure. Hey, thanks for slapping in my Patreon link there, Wade, the Coin Alley. I appreciate you, sir. David says, we did remember me talk about Colombia. Okay, sweet. That's cool, David. Mr. Robot says, thanks for the info. As always, man, I will definitely help by using the links below. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that a lot. Justin says, I hope my AU is in there. Let's see, Justin. Let's see. I'm not sure. There's so many names. I have Anthony's. I have Julius. I have Eldridge. I have Jimmy. I have Bradford. I have Sean F. I have Belinda. I have Jeffrey. I have Devin. Jeez Louise. I have Justin. Justin, here you go, bro. I got you right here. Cool. I have you. You're in there, Justin. Good stuff. All right, let's see here. Gary P, as an authorized user, my credit report may show a new address. Mine did. Yeah, it's weird that they do that. But yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Let's see. Sean, thanks for joining the live stream. You said, let's see what Sean said. Does the Amex pre-qualification guarantee credit approval? Of course not. Of course, it doesn't guarantee you approval. But if you're pre-qualified, I would take the risk, or you can wait about 6 months to see if your score goes up and then apply if you're not sure. Okay, so that's kind of what I would do. Juan, bankruptcy 7 years ago, a lot of late car payments, last few years, credit 540, credit score 540, just got approved for an unsecured card at my credit union. Congratulations for 500. Also did Capital One. Should I do another card? No, I don't think you need to do another card. I think you're good right there. If you would like to consider joining the Patreon, that would be great, because that's a 6,000 limit, and that may help you. Well, it will help you as far as the credit card utilization, as well as developing a relationship with American Express. But you don't need to do anything else, man. You should just like rock those 2 cards for a while and just ride it out. And that's kind of what I would do if I were you. Let's see here. Deborah, thanks for joining the live stream. Deborah says, hello, my Equifax score is almost 800. Awesome. I have 14 inquiries. Should I wait 2 years to get another card? Honestly, Deborah, first of all, awesome job on the 800 credit score. I don't have an 800 yet. I had a 781 on my TransUnion recently when I applied for a card and did not get it because I had too many inquiries, or they said I had more than 6 accounts within the last 24 months. If I were you, I would tread lightly. I really wouldn't apply for another card. I would wait at least a year and kind of see what the inquiries look like before applying for another card. So that's kind of my advice. That's kind of the same boat that I'm in regards to applying for more credit. So I hope that helped, Deborah. Point to point, thanks for joining the live stream, sir. My FICO score is always lower than my Vantage score. Is that normal? 60 points difference. Wow, that is a huge difference. I don't know that it's normal per se. Well, okay, I take that back. I'm not surprised that it's lower because the Vantage score is like, it's not really accurate. But for me personally, my FICO score is always higher than my Vantage score. I don't know why that is, but yours is 60 points different. It really depends on what the credit bureaus are, right? So if you're looking at, like you can't compare your TransUnion score on the Vantage score versus your Experian score. That's clearly, that's two different bureaus. So clearly two different bureaus are going to have maybe two different sets of information on you, because if you apply for a credit card and they pull from TransUnion, that's not going to affect your Experian credit score. Okay, so that may be a reason. And I'm pretty sure whatever the reason is, it's because there's clearly more stuff on your actual FICO score. So that would probably be the difference, to be honest with you. And as far as normal, I don't know. 60 points is a lot, but I think that like I said, people go with your FICO score more than they do the Vantage score. So that's kind of my 2 cents on that. Cool. Let's see here. Damien says, got 680 score. Should I wait to apply for a new card if I want to apply for an auto loan in 1.5 years? In 1.5 years, dude, that's a long time. I think applying for a card is going to be okay in 1.5 years. You know what I mean? I think you can go ahead and apply for a card before then, because I think whatever damage that you're going to do to your score by applying for a card should be good in 1.5 years. So that's my 2 cents on that, Damien. Let's see here. It's important to know this bit of info. In the future, you might be asked to ask a challenge question as to what state you might have lived in. You might need to remember Texas if you're on Dwayne's account. Thanks for that information, the Coin Alley. Appreciate you slapping that in the chat. Thank you, sir. Derek Williams says, are lenders starting to pull the FICO 9 score? Have no idea. I don't think so. I know that that's like the model that could replace the scoring model 8, but I don't think so. I don't think so at all. You can ask. You can ask, especially when you apply for something. You could ask, "Hey, Holly, thanks for joining the live stream." You said, "Have you ever make it to New Orleans? If you ever make it to New Orleans, I'll treat you to a meal." Okay, Holly, thank you for that. And New Orleans, it's actually kind of close. Don't know when I'll come down there. I really need to go watch the Bayou Classic, go watch Southern and Grambling play. But I don't know. I haven't been to New Orleans since maybe, I don't know, 2002, 2003. Sometime in college, we went down there. The band did, and performed down there in New Orleans. So I don't know. But hey, Holly, thanks for that. That's really awesome. Juan says, thank you. Derek Williams says, my FICO is higher than Vantage. Cool. Thank you for sharing that. Deborah says, oh, by the way, I have 2 American Express cards, the gold and blue cash every day. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing. Juan, thank you for joining the live stream. You said I have a score of 780 across all credit agencies. I was wondering if you have any advice to get an 800. Well, it really kind of depends on what your credit profile looks like. The thing that's probably stopping you from getting that 800 could be a couple of things. It could be like your payment history, which is probably not. If it's not at 100%, it could be your credit utilization if it's not between 0% and 10%. And your credit utilization, of course, you can fix that by paying your balance down. I'm sure you already know that. But one of the things that you can't fix and you can't rush is the average age of credit. That's 15% of your credit score. And so you can't really rush that. You just have to wait. You need an average age of credit of 8+ years in order to get the 15% in that category that makes up the average age of credit makes up 15% of your score. So that's kind of my 2 cents on that. Let's see here. All right. Nika, baby, thanks for joining the live stream. Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for joining. Okay. The Coin Alley says FICO is king. That is absolutely correct, sir. I agree. Guess who has a Navy Federal credit card with a 5-figure limit? Thanks for your informative videos. Congratulations, Holly. That's really awesome. I definitely want to get that card, but I can't get anything right now. Good Looking Honky says, I started a credit I started a credit loan biz after adult entertainment. Thank you very much for that information. Not sure that's what needs to be said here, but hey, I appreciate you making that contribution, and I'm going to remove that comment from the live stream. Cool. Jenny says, Dwayne, what do you think about DSX designs for a trade line? Not even sure what that is. In general, I'm not really sure how the trade lines work. I mean, I'm sure they work like authorized users. And if you're interested, I think it's worth, taking the chance if you're interested in doing that, especially if it doesn't cost a whole lot. Sorry, I couldn't help you more than that, but I'm not insanely informed on that. Angel says, I think Wells Fargo only pulls FICO 9. Really? I say that because I get my monthly score from them and they use 9. Well, thanks for sharing that, Angel. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Keith says, taking off old addresses will increase your credit score. Well, at least 10 points. Okay, did not know that. Hey, Jason, thanks for joining the live stream. I appreciate you, sir. So real quickly here, let me talk a little bit about American Express because I really wanted to make sure that I touch on a couple of things. So basically, I got my cell phone here because I'm cheating, and this is not like, like a real video like I do normally. So I want to make sure that I talk about everything that I have here because, I'm a nerd like that. I want to make sure that I am very detailed. So basically, everybody knows American Express has a long history and reputation. American Express is really, really good about branding. And, if you've been alive for any time, chances are you've seen an American Express commercial. I'm going to be 41, like I said, in June, and I've seen a lot of commercial from American Express. And their mottos kind of change a little bit over time, but it's pretty much the same thing. They're here for you whenever you need them type of thing. You know what I mean? And American Express has such a strong brand. They have so much respect. Like I can remember like, dude, I want an American Express card because American Express is insanely awesome. And so believe it or not, when I went to New York, I I saw so much branding from American Express. I should have made a video. Like literally, I was walking in the terminal and it was like every single poster that was there was American Express. And it was like ridiculous. It was so obnoxious. It was like American Express, American Express, American Express, American Express. And it was just like right after. And I was like, okay, we get it. Like maybe, maybe I saw a lot of that because I flew Delta and that's the airline that I selected for my American Express Gold card. But there was a lot of branding and a lot of marketing from American Express. Keita Love, thanks for joining the live stream. Kevo Dom, thanks for joining the live stream. I appreciate you. A quick question by Kevo Dom says, what do you think about the Uber credit card? I think it's a great card. I wanted to get it. I was going to apply for it until I realized I have to apply for it in the Uber app, which I think is like stupid, but whatever. I think it's a good card and they have a decent sign-up bonus. If you think you're going to be approved by Barclays, I would say go for it. If you've applied for more than 6 cards in the last 2 years, don't apply for it. You will not get approved. So that's kind of what my thoughts are in regards to that. Hey, Credit Card Maestro says, I'm in Brooklyn right now. The Amex Centurion Suite is so clutch and awesome at the Barclays Center. Good stuff. Thanks for sharing. Hey, you better do a video so we can see that, bro. That'd be pretty cool. I wish I had a platinum card on this trip because I spent a lot of hours in the airport. But anyway, American Express has a really insane brand, and everybody kind of knows it. As far as I'm concerned, I think American Express really excels at their customer service. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of times where I pick up the phone and I call American Express and number one, they don't answer within a timely manner. And by a timely manner, I mean, my calls normally get answered within 3 minutes. And I can't say that that's been my experience with a lot of other credit cards. As a matter of fact, one of the credit cards that I like a whole lot would be the US Bank Cash Plus card. That particular credit card is very underrated, but dude, their customer service is just like, so nah, it's like, it's not very good. And I'm assuming it's because they don't have a lot of people working. I'm not sure, but every time I've called, I've had to wait for a long time to get a hold of somebody. So American Express customer service is like totally awesome, and they're on top of it. There hasn't been a time that I've called to resolve an issue or to do something where it didn't work in my favor or it didn't get resolved. So I would definitely say that American Express's customer service is really good. By the way, there are 54 people watching, and I think I only have 14 thumbs up in this video. Please smash that thumbs up. Please, it helps our channel a lot. Okay, there are 53 people watching. Somebody left, but smash that thumbs up. Let me look in the chat real quick here. Cece, thanks for joining the live stream. Joshua, hey, thanks for joining the live stream, bro. I appreciate you a lot. David says Amex should come with a free food, Dwayne. Yeah, it should come with free food, but the Gold Card was really good when I first got it. They did a really good job of giving, they paid the tip. They covered 20% of the tip up to $100, I think it was, in the first 3 months. I'm not sure if that same promotion is going on, but it was pretty sweet. Brian says, how many inquiries should I stop at? Honestly, I don't know if I'm the right person to ask for that because, dude, I basically stopped once I started to get rejected, which I would not suggest. But I think 4 is a safe number. I think 4 is good. Let me go ahead and cut mine in half. I think 4. 4 is pretty good. And make sure, you know, like you're applying for stuff that you actually want. Don't be like me and apply for cards just because they have a decent sign-up bonus or, you know, you're trying to take advantage of points and whatnot. I mean, do that if you can manage it. But, like, you know, there's really no need to really do it. Unless you're really trying to build your overall credit limit, which I was trying to do as well. So I would say 4 is my advice on that. Joshua says 15. Yeah, 15. Okay, wow. Nika Baby says, I love Amex. Good stuff. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Helps a lot. Bianca, hey, thanks for joining the live stream. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Josh says, AU boosts this week, 35 points. Good stuff, man. Your score went up 35 points. That's good stuff, bro. Angel said, signed up with the U.S. Bank today, currently under review. Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to get that card. That's kind of how they do their applications. That was my experience. So hopefully you get an email and get approved for that. That'll be really, really sweet. Hey, Credit Card Maestro, thanks for that super chat. I appreciate you, sir. Mr. Robot 3000 says, hey, Dwayne, took your advice and applied for the gold card using your link and was instantly approved, man. Keep up the good work. Congratulations to you, bro. And thanks for using that link, man. It helps a lot. And more importantly, congratulations. I think you're going to like that gold card a lot. Like I said, American Express is really dope. And you're in there. So good stuff, man. I think you're going to like it. Keep me posted on it and what you decide to do with it. All right. Let me know what's going on with that. But congratulations on that, man. That's really, really awesome. Cool. Thanks for the super chat. Alberto, thank you, sir, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Let me see here what's going on in the live streams here. James, hey, what's going on, bro? Thanks for joining the live stream. You're in Shreveport. You're driving through. Thanks for watching. I'm glad you made it. Jason says, does becoming an authorized user with Amex improve my chances to get approved by them? Yes, when you become an authorized user, if you do, whether it's through my Patreon or someone else, it absolutely helps you establish a relationship. I'm going to slap my Patreon link in the stream right now, so you can click on that if you want. But it absolutely helps you establish a relationship with American Express, Jason, and so it'll make it easier for you to get approved. Also, like I said, definitely want to fill out the pre-approval and see how that goes. If you're pre-approved for a card, chances are you're probably going to get approved. It's just kind of been my experience. All right, Keith. Okay, Keith, you were answering. Cece. Nika Baby says, it seems like Amex don't report inquiries. Another reason why I love them. Yeah, basically after your first pull, I don't know what the time frame is, but once you apply for the very first American Express card, they basically use that, and every other application is a soft pull. Now, I'm not sure what the time frame is as far as like how long that lasts. I'm sure it doesn't last forever, but that's been my experience, which is why it's easier to get approved for several American Express cards. Now, you can really only get approved for 2 credit cards from American Express within a 90-day period. I think it may also be just 2 cards overall. I'm not sure, but I don't really remember. I know I didn't get approved for the Delta Sky Miles Platinum card that I really wanted to get super bad because they had a $75,000 sign-up bonus, 75,000 points sign-up bonus. I wish it had a $75,000 sign-up bonus. That would be super awesome. But hey, man, that's really good stuff. I'm so glad you used the link and you were approved, Mr. Robot 3000. That's dope. And thanks for sharing that in the live stream, bro. All right, let me see here. Sorry, guys. Point to Point says, what's the minimum score to be approved for the gold card? First of all, go to the site and see if you're pre-approved for any card. Okay, that's my advice. Even if it's not the gold card that you're pre-approved for, chances are you will be approved. And I would say, I'm going to say 680. Of course, other people might say 650, but I would say 680 is what I would do as far as that's concerned. But fill out the pre-approval. And if you're pre-approved, hey, use the link from the description of the video. It helps the channel and you get a better sign-up bonus. Sean Bailey, thanks for joining the live stream. How many credit cards would you recommend to have a solid foundation for credit? That's a tricky question, but in reality, I get credit cards to do a couple of things. Number one, sign-up bonus. Number two, I want more available credit limit so that I can, have a easier time using my credit. So if I have $100,000 of available credit, number one, that looks really, really good. So, if I want to get more credit cards or loans from somebody, they may see, well, this cat has $100,000 of available credit, but he's only using between 0 and 10%. So the more credit limit you have, you can use more and still affect your credit utilization a lot less because you have a high limit. So those are the reasons why I personally get credit cards. I think I have 13 cards right now. But as far as like what's a good amount of credit cards, honestly, I think the more the better. Your score is rewarded for having more cards. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying go out there and get a lot of credit cards because you're going to have a high credit score if you do. But having a lot of credit cards is not a bad thing. And I would just, if I had to throw a number out there, I would say maybe like anywhere between 3 to 5 cards, to be honest with you. And each card kind of has a purpose, right? Like if you have like a cashback card, then maybe you have a card that earns points that you can redeem towards travel. That would be good. So of course, there's a bunch of different cashback cards, anywhere from 1.5% up to 5% cashback. So that's my answer there. I'd say between 3 to 5. I hope that helped. That was a real wordy way to answer that question. All right, let me see here. Brian says, thank you for this. Thank you. The Sprint card gave me 20. Oh, cool. It's points card. Good. It's in a shock drawer. Good stuff. Thanks for sharing that, Brian. Joshua says, probably move up to the 60 tier. Okay. So I can get the Discover and a American Express. Okay. Good stuff. First of all, I'm pretty sure I got a lot of mail today. I don't know if I'm sure some of you guys are just now joining the stream, but these here are a bunch of American Express authorized users, people that joined on the Patreon website. And so they're on my account as an authorized user. And it helps a lot. Julian says, what's your favorite Amex card? So far, it's going to be the American Express Gold card currently. I'm definitely going to get the American Express Platinum card one day when I start to travel more, probably within the next year, because man, I spent 5 hours in the airport in New York, and it was okay because I was editing videos, and by videos, I mean like 1.5. I didn't really edit a lot of videos, but I was like, dude, I need to get this Platinum card. So as of now, it's the American Express Gold card. I like that card quite a bit. Let me see here what's going on in the chat. James Snyder says, Credit One reported this weekend up to 15 points. Good stuff, James. Congratulations, and thanks for sharing that, bro. Appreciate that a lot. We got a lot of chatter here. Dude, I'm sure I'm missing a whole lot here. Let me see. Okay, cool. Janae says, I got denied because of too many inquiries. Yeah, those inquiries will get you. Man, it sucks. But, it's a learning process. And the thing is, like, once you learn something, you really can't unlearn it. And that's what I like about credit. That's what I like about life in general. So thanks for sharing that, though, Janae. I'm sorry to hear that. Angel says, that authorized user you provided me helped me get approval for Chase Preferred. Good stuff. So I really appreciate it. First approval on an unsecured card in a long time. Hey, Angel, congratulations, bro. And thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you. Like I said, I want to make sure that people are happy. And any way that I can help, that's what this channel is about. That's what this community is about. Definitely reach out to me, and I'll do my best to answer any questions that I have. Hey, Lyndon, thanks for joining the live stream. And thank you for the super chat of $30. I appreciate that, sir. I'm not sure what's going on with you, but I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. And thanks for joining the live stream. Appreciate you a lot. Okay, let's see here. All right, sorry. All right. This is Jen Hall Transports. Thanks for joining the live stream. I wish I waited for Discover. 620, got a 15,000 with Navy Federal Credit Union. Congratulations. That's awesome, dude. Dude, I'm so like Navy Federal Credit Union. I've heard so many good things about them, and that's awesome. A 15,000 credit limit is really, really dope. I am going to get my hands on one of those one day. But as of now, I'm chilling. Cool. Hey, James, thanks for that super chat. $2.99 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. And you said you guys need to sign up for his Patreon page. Hey, James, thanks for the marketing, bro. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much. Bianca says, how many credit cards do you have in all? I think I answered that earlier. I'm not sure if you saw it. You probably did see it because I'm looking at these comments a little late. I think I have like 13 or 14 at the moment. Bruno, thanks for joining the live stream. Josh says, you typically only need 3 revolving unsecured credit cards. I guess you were answering somebody's question above in regards to how many credit cards is a good base. Brazil here. You're watching from Brazil. Bruno, hey, man. I appreciate you joining a lot. Cece says, curious, I have 0 credit score, meaning thin file. Will I be approved? I'm sorry. Will I be approved, or it best to just stick with getting a secured card? Great question. A secured card is always good. If you have a relationship with a bank, CC, you may consider getting a card with them because you may get approved easier because they kind of know a little about you and your history. So that's kind of my advice on that. But if you're interested in a secured card, I would recommend getting the Discover It secured card because it's a great card and you can earn cash back and they, graduate you to an unsecured card. So that's my 2 cents on that. Okay, we eat dinosaurs. Thank you. Thank you, Bruno. I appreciate that. When should you close a credit card? You should never close a credit card unless it's a card you just opened. It's one of the younger cards that you have. In other words, if I have a credit card that I've had for 5 years, I don't care if you're paying annual fees on that card. You should not close that card unless, you're fully aware that you're going to lose the 5 years of credit history, which will influence your overall average age of credit, which of course will hurt your credit score. But I wouldn't close a credit card unless it's new and unless it's one of the newest cards that I got, right? So if I just got this card in February, this year, then closing that card is not going to be as detrimental as closing a card that's 5 years old. So that's kind of my 2 cents on that. Cole, thanks for joining the live stream. I appreciate you, sir. I've seen a recommendation of 6 cards good for foundation. Thanks for contributing that to someone's question up above. I don't remember. Caesar, thanks for joining the live stream. I appreciate you, sir. You said, what's up, Dwayne? Last week, I got approved for the Amex Gold. Happy to be a part of the Amex family now. Congratulations to you, Caesar. I think you will enjoy that card. Keep me posted. Let me know how that goes for you. Lyndon says, I got denied. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I got denied for Discover It because too many inquiries. Yeah, those inquiries will get you, man. It's so crazy. I hate them. Holly says, can you discuss reestablishing a relationship with American Express? For me personally, I did have American Express back in 1999, and it's actually kind of cool. I wish I had my card on me, but I don't. But when I got the card, it said card member, which is funny because I butchered that account. And a lot of years went by. I ended up settling the account. I think I settled, I don't know, maybe like half of what I owed as far as the balance was concerned. And then American Express was like, okay, I remember wanting to get another American Express card, and I contacted them, and they were like, we see here that you owe 800 and something bucks, and in order to get that, you need to pay this off because when you apply, you're automatically going to be rejected. And I was like, okay, whatever. I waited some more years, and then I eventually applied. So basically, I don't know, I probably ruined my American Express account in maybe 01, 02, maybe. And then I applied for another American Express card in 2018. So that's clearly a very, very long time. But I never paid the 800 bucks, okay? And I got approved. So in regards to reestablishing a relationship with them, you might have to wait at least 7 years before trying. And if I were you, I would definitely, go to their website and see if you're pre-approved before applying for anything. Is kind of what I would say in regards to that. Okay, cool. Eric says, just called Amex and got an increase of 2K on my everyday card. Good stuff, Eric. Congratulations, bro. And thanks for sharing that information. I appreciate it. Dana says, how does the authorized user work on your Amex work? Basically, Dana, what would happen is you would basically become an authorized user today or whenever you join on Patreon. And then your relationship starts with American Express on the day that I add you. So American Express doesn't give you credit for being a part of my credit card history with American Express. In other words, if I had the American Express card for 10 years, which I haven't, but if I did, you wouldn't get credit for having it for 10 years. And so American Express is kind of one of the only ones, or not one of the only ones, but they're one of the few that don't like give you credit from, you know, whenever the initial primary card holder has the account open. I do have other credit cards other than American Express, but basically it would be like you just got approved for your American Express card with a $6,000 credit limit. And clearly that would help your credit score. It should, especially because it'll help lower your overall credit utilization and it'll give you $6,000 more of available credit, or it will look like you have $6,000 more of available credit on your credit report, which will benefit you quite a bit. So if you're interested in that, Dana, join the Patreon and I'll take care of you. I'll answer any questions that you have for sure. All right. Long Bottom, thanks for joining the live stream. Is it worth getting the gold card or should I stay at the green one? I think the gold card is better to get, but the green is supposed to be, if you already have the green, I think they're supposed to be having some updates to that card in May, June, or maybe it's June, July. You could do some research on that, but there is supposed to be some updates coming to that green card. But I personally would probably rock the gold one myself. Janae says, how much is Patreon? Patreon for the authorized user is $30 a month. And so basically, you know, you get charged on the first of the month every month. Today would be a decent day to start because it's the second Monday in the month. And then so you get charged on the first, but of course you can cancel at any time. And your happiness is what matters to me. So if there's ever a problem, I'll make sure that I take care of it as soon as possible. And if you have any questions, I'll make sure, you know, I'll answer them. Joining the Patreon account, the $30 tier gives you a one time a month, 30-minute conversation with me, phone consultation as far as building your credit and anything that you need to know in regards to credit. So it may be something that you should probably take a look at. All right, thanks for asking that question, for sure. Let's see here. Jeepers. There's so much going on here. Allows you one card up to 12 months. What will the 60 membership get me if I sign up? Basically, Lyndon, on that, the $60 membership will get you being added to another card, and we could consider adding you to a card with a little more history, if possible, because you're not going to get any history for the American Express card. But I do have a couple other cards that may be an option. Just message me or text me, and I'll call you. All right, so let me see if I can take care of you in regards to that. Eli says, just last month, I went to Amex to see if I get pre-approval, and the score was 684 and 10 increase on my report, and nothing came up. When I tried again this month, the score went up. Well, that's good stuff. That's good stuff, Eli. I'm pretty sure I butchered reading your question or your comment there. Came up, and then I tried again this month, and score went up to 708 with the same 10 inquiries and got pre-approval for 3 cards. Man, that's exciting. You're pre-approved for 3 cards with American Express. Hey, be sure to use somebody referral link because I think you'll get a better sign-up bonus if you decide to get that a credit card from American Express. All right, so thanks for sharing that. I appreciate you. Hey, Josh and the Coin Alley, thank you guys for slapping my Patreon link in the chat. That helps a lot. There's a lot going on in the chat, and I really try my best to keep up with people and answer questions. Okay, sweet. So Jason says, do you carry a balance on the Amex card? I try not to carry a balance on any of my cards, period, just because I hate paying interest. You know, like I'm cheap or smart or cheap. Let's go with cheap. I'm cheap. I hate paying interest, like hate it. So I just always pay off the balance. I never use the credit card unless the money's in the bank. And that's the only time that I use it, right? So like I use my credit card for every single purchase, like every single purchase, and I pay it off all the time. So I personally don't carry a balance on my card. Of course, people have different train of thoughts in regards to that. So that's my 2 cents. Okay, TK Sada, totally butchered that. Don't laugh at me, guys, please. It said, you said, I tried to get the bonus on the Delta card last week, and I got a message telling me I was not eligible for the bonus. Dude, that sucks. That totally sucks. I totally wanted that card. Not sure. Maybe give American Express a call and see and ask. You know, maybe they'll give you some insight as to what's going on there. Hey, Jesus! Thanks for joining the live stream. Hey, you should just join the live stream every week so I can say Jesus. Is that right? Am I saying it right? I don't know. Let me know. Cool. What's the benefit? Let's see here. Jen Hall says, what's the benefit of an authorized user on American Express if it doesn't backdate the history? Well, the benefit of that would just be to, number one, it would be for you to establish a relationship with American Express. But for some people that may have a very high credit card utilization, let's say you're 30%, you're using 30% of your credit, your overall credit limit, adding $6,000 to that will clearly lower that from 30% down to whatever, depending on, you know, what their overall credit limit is. So it will help tremendously. And of course, your credit utilization is 30% of your credit score. So you could see a big increase to your credit score just by becoming an authorized user on that particular account. So that's kind of, you know, what it would do if you became an authorized user, or anybody for that matter. Depending on how your credit report looks, the results are going to vary, right? So that's my answer to that. Cool. All right, here, let me see. Okay, the Coin Alley is giving some good information here. YD says, what in the world? I guess you're probably talking about Lando 64. Not sure. I'm not sure what they're talking about either. Yeah, going to, by the way, you guys that are moderators, please feel free to remove any kind of comment or hide anybody's comment from the stream. That's what that's about. You guys can totally do that for sure. Cool. Eric says, last question, should I apply for the gold or platinum card if I have a balance on another American Express card? You can apply for an American Express card whenever you want, man. Go for it. Go for it. Use the link below the description and let me know what happens. Having a balance is not going to stop you from being approved. That's funny. That's funny. I said that and I just read Josh's comment. Josh says, pay the balance down, then apply. Of course, that works too. That works too. That's crazy. Cool. All right. Okay, they said that you weren't eligible because you got a bonus for the Hilton card. That is weird. That is weird. Huh. That is crazy. That is crazy. Okay. Hey, what's going on, Sergio? New to credit. Thanks for joining the live stream. Appreciate you, sir. All right, so I'm kind of caught up here with the comments at the bottom of the screen. Let me go ahead and see if I can get through some more information in regards to American Express, because that's what this stream is all about. So basically, when it comes to American Express, there are two types of cards that American Express offers, right? So there are credit cards and charge cards. Now, I think the majority of people in the live stream know that charge cards are cards that you're supposed to pay the balance off at the end of every month. Now, with American Express, believe it or not, you're able to carry a balance on your charge card. Not sure why you'd want to do that, but if you made a purchase that is $100 or more, you're able to have the option to pay over time. So when you apply for a charge card from American Express, it shows you what your pay over time balance is, or not your balance, but your pay over time limit. And when I applied for my gold card, I was like, this is weak. Like my pay over time balance was like $3,000, which was like nothing. That's nothing. But it's probably it's not beneficial to pay overtime, because if you pay overtime, you're going to pay interest, right? But with the American Express charge card, you do have that option to pay overtime if you want. So, you know, a lot of people think, oh, charge cards, I got to pay it off at the end of the month. Well, I think that's good practice in general, just to pay off the credit card bill. But like I said, with the charge cards, you do have the option now to pay overtime. And you can do that with your American Express charge cards. So like I said, there's charge cards and there's credit cards. And credit cards, basically, we all know what credit cards are. You can use a credit card as much as you want. Clearly, And if you want to be a chump, or if life happens and you want to only pay the minimum payment, you can do that. But me personally, I just pay the balance off on the credit cards as well. And of course, this is because of years and years of, making mistakes in the past in regards to my credit, and also maturing. Now I'm at a point where I use credit properly. I'm not using credit to abuse it. I'm like, oh, I have $80,000 worth of available credit limit. Let's go buy $80,000 worth of stuff. Let's see all the cool stuff I can buy, file bankruptcy, do this all again in 7 to 8 years. That's not what I'm doing. So I'm very responsible in regards to credit cards. And so that's kind of what credit cards are all about. Yeah, you should be a moderator. Josh, my bad, bro. Let's get you in here. Let's add you to a moderator. Here we go. All right. You're all good. Hey, Steve, thanks for joining the live stream, sir. I appreciate you. Nika Baby says, where do you see pay over time limit? You see the pay over time limit when you apply for the card. And of course, when you call American Express, you can ask them. When I was applying for the card, I actually saw it after I got approved, right? It showed me, it has your name, then it has the pay over time limit. And so that's kind of where I saw it. But you can call American Express and ask them if you're curious about that, Nika Baby. Cool. Let's see here. All right. All right. It says, what's crazy is that my charge card has a way low credit limit, spending limit than my credit card. Yeah, that is different. I mean, with the American Express Blue Cash Everyday card, my limit initially when I got that card was $7,000. And then with my Amex Gold card, my pay over time limit was $3,000. And then I think I applied for the SPG card, and the limit was $2,000. And I was like, oh my God, are you serious? And then I applied for the Blue Business card from American Express, and the limit on that was $2,000 as well. Now, I'm not sure if a lot of that has to do with the fact that I had a lot of credit inquiries since applying for the Blue Cash Everyday card, but I'm not worried about it. After a while, I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I got approved, so don't sweat the small stuff. So that's kind of my take on that personally. All right, let's see what else I have to talk about here regarding American Express. So like I said, there's two different types of account. And me personally, I mean, I don't really have a preference in regards to, if it's a charge card or a credit card. I sign up for cards because the cards offer a good deal, maybe a good sign-up bonus, and then maybe it could be in my regular rotation. So currently, I'm really focusing a lot on my American Express Gold card, but I'm also focusing on my Discover card because, of course, they match the cash back during your first year. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on at the moment. So anyway, in regards to American Express, one of the reasons why I think American Express shines so much is because like they don't really have a 524 rule the way Chase does, and I think Chase has a bunch of good cards, but honestly, since the American Express Gold card came out, I'm not really like, I gotta have a Chase card. Like I don't necessarily need the Chase Sapphire Preferred. I don't need the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Now, I'm not saying I don't like these cards. I like these cards a lot. I would have these cards right now if I could, just because I'm a nerd like that, and I want to have them. I want more available credit and that type of thing. So, but American Express, as far as getting approved for cards, once you're approved, it's just so much easier to get in there. It's really, really, really cool. Let me see here. Josh says, did you talk about the personal trade line up to 12K instant approval with 59 yearly fee? Not sure what you're talking about there, Josh. Not sure. Just waiting on the new green card feature in the near future. Okay. First of all, that'd be really cool. I'm not sure. Like I said, there's supposed to be some exciting things happening with the new green card for American Express, the charge card. So I think it's supposed to be in May, June. Not sure. Don't quote me on that. Keith, thank you so much for the super chat, sir. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you very much. A lot. It says, as usual, you provided great information. Thanks. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Thanks a lot, man. That helps a lot. Curious about the pay over time limit? You can access that info at this link. Hey, thanks for putting that link in the chat, the Coin Alley. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you a lot. Okay, Josh just dropped that link in there. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I'll open that link like later on at a new tab and check that out later. Cool. Juan says car payment is current. How long to get 700 from five to get to 700 from 550? Just got 2 cards. Any idea? Juan, that has a lot to do with what's on your credit. If you have a bunch of derogatory marks, that may be a little harder. If you have nothing on your credit and you're building, that that will be easier. Um, However, it really just kind of depends. I really can't give you a good answer. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to like lie about it. But as you can see here in the chat, Josh is saying pay on time and keep utilization low. Those 2 things are going to help you because your payment history is 35% of your score and your credit card utilization is 30% of your score. So you definitely want to make sure you're doing those 2 things. Sean says I was denied for the Amex Platinum. However, I did get the Rose Gold last November and just recently got the SPG before the conversion to the Bonvoy. My question is, how long should I wait to reapply? Reapply for the Platinum card? Is that what you're asking, Sean? Yeah, Josh says get rid of negative marks. I'm sure Josh is talking to Juan if you have that on your credit report. I'm not sure why you got denied for that Platinum card. However, I will say that you definitely don't need to apply for another American Express card unless it's 30 days, not 30, 90 days, 90 days after, right? So they have like a thing where you can't get approved for American Express cards if you've got more than 2 cards within 90 days. And I experienced that myself. So you may want to wait till then, or if I were you, you might want to, I don't know what you're going to do with that gold card that you got. But for me personally, I don't know that I'm going to have the gold and the platinum at the same time. I know that they kind of function differently. You know what I mean? You have like 5 times points towards hotel and airline with the platinum. And then, of course, the gold card is 4 times, regarding dining and groceries. So I know they kind of function differently. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. But if I were you, I'd wait at least 90 days before applying for that platinum card. I hope that helped. What's going on, D? How you doing, sir? And dozed off. Hope all is well. Yeah, everything is good here, man. Everything, Chris. Yes, sir. Thanks for joining the stream, bro. For negative marks, should the negative mark delete off the report, or what works best? Should I negotiate to delete? Yeah, it would be nice if you could get them deleted. You know what I mean? But these guys, when it comes to trying to delete that stuff, I mean, it's tough. It's tough. But hey, try and definitely let me know how that happens, how that works for you, for sure. So basically, real quickly here, there was a lot that I definitely wanted to talk about in regards to American Express. But what I will say is American Express offers a plethora of cards. You know what I mean? Like they have travel cards, they have hotel cards, they have business cards, and of course, like regular credit cards as well. So if you're into American Express and you're trying to make sure you kind of have your hand in everything, that's why I personally have a personal credit card, and I just started my journey with business credit cards because I want to make sure that I get, both sign-up bonuses. I want to get the personal credit card sign-up bonus, and then I also want to get the business credit card sign-up bonus. And American Express does a decent job of having, they'll have like the personal card, like the Marriott Bonvoy card. There's a regular credit card, and then of course there's the business Marriott Bonvoy card as well. Did you guys hear that voice crack? It was like Bonvoy. Anyway, but that's kind of why I personally do that. And me personally, I think hands down American Express is better than Chase just because of the ease of use, the how easy it is to get approved for the card. The customer service with American Express is just ridiculously, insanely awesome. I like it quite a bit. And I just had a really good experience. I mean, now if Chase didn't have the 524 rule, it would be a lot easier for me to, I guess, give a fair assessment or comparison between the two. But in my mind, there really isn't a comparison, to be honest with you, because Chase does have the 524 rule, and it stinks, especially if you're someone like me who ended up nerding it out on credit cards after, I was already past 524. Like I would have totally applied for Chase cards, but I didn't know any better. And so there you have it. You know what I mean? So like for people like me who like to nerd it out and get credit cards, I missed out on that. And now I have to wait 2 years. Like, it's like, I really got to want these Chase cards to wait 2 whole years. And I don't know. I'm sure I could do it. I'm sure I could do it. I mean, I have like 13, 14 cards. There's not a lot of cards that I need personally, but you know, that's kind of my 2 cents on American Express. Let me know what you think about American Express. Like I said, let me know if you think American Express is easier to get. Let me know if you think American Express is better between Chase. I'm just kind of curious. You know, there's like 43 people in here. So let me know. Go ahead and drop your answer in the live chat. And if you're watching this back on the replay, just go ahead and let me know in the comment section what you think is better. Do you think American Express is better? Do you think Chase is better? And if you have an opinion about it, let me know why as well. I'm going to be wrapping up the live stream here in just a minute. But before I do, let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll try my best to answer the question. So D says, I'm an Amex fanboy. Yeah, D, American Express is the way to go, man. Jason says, join the Patreon. How long till you add me to the card? I'm going to message you as soon as this live stream is over, Jason, and I'm going to get your information, and I'll add you to the card tonight. Okay, that is a guarantee. Speaking of adding people to the American Express card, like I said, man, I got so many authorized users here. Like all of these guys. Look at this. Like this, I think this is 13. There's 13 here. And then I think I have 17 cards right here. So there's 17 cards, Amex Blue Cash every day. And then there's like 13 more here that I need to open up. The Patreon is going pretty well, and I'm glad that you guys are jumping on that. And I'm glad I'm in a position to help you guys as much as I can. Cool. So let's see here. Let's see what people are saying in regards to between American Express and Chase. I can't get Chase till December 2020. I think I'm going to be around March 2021. So don't feel bad about that. Juan says, nice. I will check out the video. They are 3 to 6 years. Okay, sure. I think you were talking to somebody else. The Apple credit card. No, I'm kind of excited about that card. I want to get it because it's titanium, but clearly we know I shouldn't be applying for any cards. So I don't know, but I kind of want to try it out, to be honest with you. But the card itself, I mean, it doesn't really speak to me personally because I'm not doing a lot of purchases with Apple or at the Apple Store or with Apple Pay. So it's like I'm not really going to be getting a lot of cash back, but I think it's a decent card. All right, let's see here. Mr. Robot 3000 says, Amex all the way. Of course, you got to prove. So good stuff. And congratulations again. I appreciate that. Willette, thanks for joining the live stream. I appreciate you. Amex have 2 cards from them. Good stuff. Sean says, I really think the Amex is better, but my question is, the Amex MR points more valuable than the Chase points, or are they the same? Everybody and their mom would say that the Chase Ultimate Reward points are better as far as redeeming it for travel through the Chase portal. Everybody will say that. And so I guess that probably should count for something. I can't speak from experience because I don't have, well, I had the Chase Freedom card, but I haven't like redeemed it through the, Chase portal in regards to travel or anything like that. But in the future, I definitely hope to. But a lot more people think that the Chase Ultimate Rewards points are more beneficial than the MR points for American Express. But, does it really matter to some extent? I don't think so at some point, because you're going to spend, you're going to earn, and you're going to redeem. Okay. Now, of course, you can get a bigger bang for your buck with Chase, but hey, if you're under 524, you can get approved for Chase cards, go for it. That's my advice on that. All right. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm waiting. All right, cool. Does your name appear on the outside of the envelope or the authorized user? It's authorized users, man. They're all, their name appear, but of course it's my address, right? So like right here, the first one I have on here, I have Anthony. Of course, that's going to be super hard. You can't even see it. You can't even see his name. Can you see it? Let me see. No, barely. Oh, there it is. Anthony. Yay. So it has their name on here to answer that question. WinTwin, you do authorized users. I need info. You can go ahead and sign up if you're interested. Check out my Patreon page. It's basically $30 a month to be an authorized user on my American Express card. you're kind of joining the live stream towards the end, but there's some information on the Patreon page. I just slapped that link in the live stream in the chat. So if you click on that link and click on the $30 tier, you kind of learn a little bit more about that. But basically, I have an Amex card, the Blue Cash Everyday card with a $6,000 limit. And I talked a little bit about it throughout this video. So if you want to go back and watch the live stream, that would help as well. William, thanks for joining the live stream, bro. Quick question. How long is it taking for Amex to report to the credit bureaus? It isn't happening sooner for some than others. Yeah, it's weird, William. It is happening sooner for some than others, and I'm not sure why. I have no clue, to be honest with you. Some people have said, "Oh man, it reported," and, like quick for them, like a couple of weeks. And then, like there's some that it hasn't reported and it's coming up on a month. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but what I will say is that it will report. I can tell you that for sure. Yeah, okay, so the Coin Alley says, generally the banks report to the bureaus 28 to 48 hours after your account cycles. Now, that's what American Express told me as well. And the cycle, the close date is the 20th of every month. So, I would tell people between the 22nd to the 24th is what I would tell them. But I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. And what I will say it will report, and your happiness is important to me. So if anybody's unhappy in regards to Patreon, and I definitely want to rectify that or fix that as soon as I can. So let me know. Okay, cool. Hey, Ebony, thanks for joining the live stream. You're proud of me, huh? I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Good stuff. I appreciate that, Ebony. Okay, cool. The Quan Alex says, I work for a bank and we do it the day after the account cycles. Cool. Thanks for sharing that information, man. I really, really appreciate that. Okay, once again, so I'm going to end the stream. I wanted to just do an hour, but of course, I never just do an hour because people ask questions and I want to make sure that I answer the questions. You guys are valuable to me. This channel is valuable to me. This community is valuable to me. So I definitely want to make sure I take my time to do that and do a good job. So if there aren't any more questions, I will be ending the streams very soon here. If you haven't smashed that thumbs up button and you're still watching, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. If you're watching this back on the replay, smash that thumbs up button. It helps the channel quite a bit. Thank you very much for your attention and your time, guys. The Coin Alley says, thanks everyone for showing up today, live stream, and supporting Dwayne. Thank you for saying that, and thank you for all the help. Thank you for all you guys that are moderators in the live stream and answers people questions. I know I'm not able to answer everybody's question because I'm just not that gifted or that quick. So I really appreciate you guys doing that. And like I said earlier, not today, but in the past, I'm excited about the journey of this channel. Like, this is crazy. In a couple of years, we're going to have a lot more subs, and that's awesome that this community is growing the way that it is. And that's because of you guys, especially the moderators. Thank you so much for all your help. If I can do anything to help anybody, let me know. Definitely, I'll do my best to do so. Cool. Jason's asking, which card is my favorite? I'm going to go ahead. Joshua says, Patreon, we in here. Peace. Yes, sir. As far as my favorite card, Jason, I'd probably say the Discover card, because that's kind of where that's not really where I got my start. I got my start on cashback with a Capital One Quicksilver, but the Discover card, because they matched the cashback that you earn in the first year. Dude, I lost it. I earned like $1,788 my first year with Discover card. Of course, because there was Discover deals and more opportunities for me to get 5% cash back on things that weren't in the category. And then I just had a lot of people. My sister bought a TV, 2 TVs, and I used my Discover card through Walmart and got 5% cash back. So Discover card was and probably is my favorite because it holds that special place in my heart. And I was able to get so much cash back. I was like, dude, this is crazy. And that was another one of the reasons why I started the channel, because I wanted to show people, how powerful cashback credit cards are and how powerful credit cards are if you use them, properly. So that's kind of why I like the Discover card. So that's my answer on that, Jason. Cool. Gary, thank you, sir. I think I got 3 cards in the mail for you today, Gary, for the authorized users. I got to take a picture and send them to you. I don't think that's going to happen tonight, but hopefully in the next couple of days, I'll get you squared away. All right, cool. Thanks again for watching, you guys. Once again, my name is Dwayne with How to Build Credit TV, and I approve this video. I will see you in the next video. Until next time, take care and be blessed. Peace. Later, guys.